Welcome to TV20 News. We are Cleveland. I'm Leah Hasselage. Cleveland's newest high-rise complex opened up in University Circle. We sent TV20 reporter Dan Monroe to bring you this exclusive first look.
It's called One University Circle, and it's Cleveland's first high-rise apartment building in 40 years. Chris Ronayne, president of University Circle, Inc., had one word to describe the new complex.
Wow. I mean, this is a thing of beauty. It changes the Cleveland skyline here in University Circle. You've got views from the 9th floor overlooking the lake. You're looking back to downtown. You're looking over our neighborhoods. Who wouldn't want to live within walking distance of the Cleveland Museum of Art, Cleveland Orchestra, some of the great healthcare institutions and university institutions? This is the center of activity in the Eds, Meds, and Arts District here in University Circle, right in the heart of CLE.
Cleveland Mayor Frank Jackson congratulated the community leaders and the developers on the complex, saying One University Circle sends a statement to all Cleveland residents.
It creates the expectation that things can happen in any neighborhood of the city of Cleveland with the right set of people, with the right vision, with the right dream, and the right partnership. So I want to, again, really congratulate all those who made this happen.
The building was designed with a curved shape, reflecting the actual circle that trolley cars used for turnarounds in the early 1900s. Co-director Mitchell Schneider says One University Circle is truly one of a kind.
People are, I think, awed by what we've got here. There's really nothing that's been built like this in the city of Cleveland in so many years. It represents a luxury and a lifestyle and of affluence and that Clevelanders, I think, have looked forward to, and a location that serves the community well.
One University Circle offers residents a spacious, modern living area with many amenities that include a state-of-the-art gym, an outdoor pool with plenty of lounge space, and a view that will simply take your breath away. The complex was built at the former location of the Cleveland Children's Museum, which opened its doors at its new location in November. At the ribbon cutting, Museum Executive Director Maria Campanelli received a special gift from the developers. More development at One University Circle is still to come, as there are plans to add restaurant and retail space to the apartment complex. In University Circle, for TV20, I'm Dan Monroe.
Thanks, Dan. Cops and residents got to sit down over cups of coffee and discuss ways that we can improve our community.
We're here at Angela's restaurant doing what they call Coffee with a Cop. They happen throughout the city, separate times throughout the year, and what we do is we just come and mingle with the residents and see what their concerns are about their neighborhood, see if they have any questions for us about what we do on a daily basis, and just try and get feedback from them about their needs.
Attendees of Coffee with a Cup were provided coffee free of charge, courtesy of owner Gus Amirez.
We having people coming here for years. They feel like it's family. As a family restaurant, that's how we have the restaurant also.
Even the newly appointed community engagement officers of the 5th District were present, fresh from their training.
Well, people like coffee. Cops love coffee. And a restaurant like this, it motivates and breeds people to have conversation. And that's what we want them to do. We want the people to know that the police officers are, not your enemy. The police officers are your friend. So nothing brings people together, especially adult people, more than a cup of coffee.
To learn about upcoming events with the Cleveland Police, you can call 216-664-3291.
Housing Court Judge Ron O'Leary held another one of his neighborhood housing clinics, this time at the Olivet Institutional Baptist Church on the city's east side. The purpose of the clinics is to give residents one-on-one access to Judge O'Leary and to have all their questions and concerns answered.
We try to have clinics throughout the city about a half a dozen times a year so that nobody has to go too far from their home to be able to come and meet with the different agencies that are here to be able to get information about housing. So we couldn't do this without institutions like Olivet Institutional Baptist Church. I greatly appreciate them allowing us to come into their home tonight.
Ward 6 Councilman Blaine Griffin attended the event and spoke on the importance of these clinics.
So this was a very important clinic. We put it in the newsletter. We made sure that we got the word out because we want to make sure that anybody who has needs for housing get their answers. And it's sometimes they need to get it from somebody other than their council person, but sometimes I have to say I'll get back to you.
Instead of just speaking behind a podium, Judge O'Leary went into the audience to answer questions and give the best advice where needed. There's a new assistant director in the City of Cleveland's Department of Building and Housing. The Red Room at Cleveland City Hall was nearly filled to capacity as Mayor Frank Jackson swore in Anthony Scott to his new position as assistant director.
And that I will faithfully,
honestly,
and impartially discharge the duties of Assistant Director of Building and Housing
for the
State of Ohio
State of Ohio
during my continuance in said office. Congratulations, sir.
With his family by his side, Scott went on to thank those for their support, including Building and Housing Director Iona Blue Donald.
And last but certainly not least, I'd be remiss if I did not thank personally Director Donald, who saw something in me and began the conversations for this position. I will not let you down. I appreciate your faith in me, and I got your back.
The Department of Community Development also obtained a new assistant director. Mikhail Wackers is the new assistant director for community development. He's worked for the city's department since December of 2016. He had this to say about the new position.
As members of community development, you may have been hired for a particular job, but we chose this department in large measure because of the mission to have an impact on our community. We listen and we serve the public. And with that, I thank you again, Mayor Jackson, and I thank everyone for listening. Thank you.
Happy Grandparents' Day!
The first annual Grandparents' Day celebration was held at the historic Luke Easter Park. The theme was connecting families from the device back to the dinner table. As event organizer Louis Moore tells us, connection from a grandparent to a child is very important.
Because of some of the people that I've been raised by, my grandparents, and not only that, people that I've met over the years, had me up under their wings, brought me up. You learn a lot from your elders. You know, learn how to be. You also learn how not to be. You also learn, and which I tell one of my granddaughter, you got to know when to hold and know when to fold. Loose lips sink ships, all kind of stuff. And it means a lot, and it gives you direction and foundation.
This is just one example of a resource festival where people can come and get information directly from an individual who works for an agency that you might be interested in, whether it's our own Department of Aging or Community Relations or EMS that is here, or we've got all of the county services are joining us today at this Grandparent Festival so that you can ask your questions one-on-one in more of an informal place and walk away with resources that we think can help you make informed decisions.
You know, I think we really have to accept that we all love our grandparents, but we really need to really just recognize the fact that grandparents nowadays play a much more involved role in the family and are really important for keeping families together when parents have to work, when there's other family issues getting in the way. It's always the grandparents that are there to keep the families together. So this is a great event, and it's just really important that we recognize our grandparents.
Director Stevenson, who's a grandfather to 7 grandkids, tells us what the best part is and what he hopes people take away from the event.
You know what, these are the best years of my life, right, that I'm spending with my grandchildren. I get to spoil the heck out of them, and then I can send them home. I'm hoping that the seniors learn that these are our children, we can stay connected to them and bring them together when we need to.
The City of Cleveland has a rich history, and we want to test your knowledge. Our trivia question for this week: what year did the Cleveland Browns play their first season? Was it A, 1946, B, 1952, or C, 1964? We'll have the answer when we return.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
150 over 90.
180 over 111.
160 over 110. I had a stroke.
This is what high blood pressure looks like. You might not feel its symptoms, but the results from a stroke are far from invisible or silent. If you've come off your treatment plan, get back on it, or talk with your doctor to create an exercise, diet, and medication plan that works for you. Go to loweryourhbp.org.
If I would have followed a treatment plan, I would not be in this situation.
Welcome back to TV20 News. We are Cleveland. I'm Leah Haslage. Our trivia question for this week: what year did the Cleveland Browns play their first season? Was it A, 1946, B, 1952, or C, 1964? The answer is A, 1946. The Browns kick off their preseason this week against the New York Giants and are entering their 72nd year. A group of residents and artists came together to complete a nearly 3-year project that's helping to bridge the divide between the East and West Side. The bridge at East 22nd and Cedar Avenue in the Campus District neighborhood has historically divided the East and West Side of the community. The A Bridge That Bridges project was created to help unify the area and its residents.
The whole thing is about, what we wanted to do is to call it out. And we wanted to make sure that we were saying pictorially and with words what we felt. That that we are being divided. And we believe that it can be rectified or healed through practices such as this. Once we sit down and have conversations together and start to know one another.
Each year, we have a cohort of 15 folks that come together for 10 weeks, 10 sessions over that time to talk about race and equity in our neighborhood and our community. And from the conversations, build out designs that they then put on the mural and paint. And then we come together as a community and paint them on the wall.
But I love that all the different images that come together, everyone interprets differently. And so it's more like the end result is kind of the therapy for the community and what we were trying to get through. Like everyone's going to take it a little bit differently, but the message is the same. Like we're all one people. We all come together for the same cause. So I love it.
Ward 5 Councilwoman Phyllis Cleveland stopped by to see the artists at work and told us what impact this project will have.
Oh, this is great. We got so many people with so much artistic talent walking around here. So I'm glad that they're here today to share in making this project happen, the bridge that bridges. I think it says something, and especially for the children, to see something really pretty right there in their neighborhood that a lot of the children actually help make happen. That's empowering.
Slavic Village Development hosted the 5th annual Rooms to Let CLE, transforming vacant homes into art installations.
So the homes that we select each year are ones that are absolutely on the demo list and can't be saved. And again, our process is that we pick some curators and they go out and find artists, and we have a selection process where you can actually submit to be in the house, and everybody goes through all the different submissions and selects who they want for their houses. And this year we have over 100 artists. The whole point is to do art that is not only fun, but sometimes thought-provoking, and also pays homage to the homes and the history here in the community.
And as it's grown, we wanted to make it as comprehensive of a community event as possible. So we do street cleanups, we have a kickoff event for the neighborhood, we have a community art project, which part of it this year was constructing the stage that's behind us. And then, of course, at the end of it, we want to welcome people into the neighborhood to see what Slavic Village is all about. It's a very grassroots, organic project, and I think the neighborhood carries that authenticity in it, so it's good for people to see, you know, what the roots of the neighborhood are and how the neighborhood's evolving and growing.
It really is an exciting opportunity to look at how we reuse vacant properties, expose them for what maybe a little history they had, but more importantly, look at a neighborhood that is changing, look at a neighborhood that is embracing the change that's gone on. We had the highest foreclosure rate in 2007. We had a number of vacant and abandoned properties, we still do, but now we're looking at recovery. And when you're looking up and down our streets, you see what recovery looks like in our neighborhood. There's a lot of exciting things going on in our neighborhood. This is just a really fun thing to do in our community to say, look, we can look at our houses differently, but it's something to bring attention to our community.
For more information, visit slavicvillage.org. Youngsters came down to the North Coast Harbor to try to catch the big one at the annual Fish Clee for Free event. DCA President and CEO Joe Marinucci says for many of the kids, this is their first time ever holding a fishing rod.
Surprising, many children that do come to the event have never fished before. It's a great opportunity for them to get acclimated. And obviously we have partners that are working with us, volunteers that help work with the children to make sure they're doing the appropriate things in terms of water safety, as well as how to get the fish and bait and hook into the water. So it's actually a lot of fun. Kids really enjoy it.
A big partner for the event was the Cleveland Police. All day long, officers could be seen cooking hot dogs and fishing with the kids. Johnny Johnson, commander of the Bureau of Community Policing, says the officers are simply having fun.
Oh, how could they not? I mean, fishing, food, we got some ice cream later. I mean, it's a great event. So what this is we've partnered with Fish Cleveland to where it's kind of serving a dual role. We're engaging with the kids today as a part of our safety fair. And also, the backdrop is going to be the fishing, you know, us fishing with the kids and just us interacting with the kids. So it's a great event whenever we can do things like this.
So were the fish biting? Just ask young Avery, who reeled in this 3-pound monster. Avery tells us the best and grossest parts of fishing.
When you catch the fish.
Yeah? What's the grossest part about fishing?
When the fish, moves around and it flicks fish gook on you.
Not into fishing? That's okay, as there were plenty of other activities the kids could partake in, including foam brick building, pretending to be a police officer or an agent of the FBI, or playing in a bubble palooza.
Well, as you can see, this is kind of an intergenerational event. We have grandparents here, we have parents, we have children, and again, to your point, it kind of allows parents to work directly with their kids and get them acclimated to the fishing experience. So for us, it's a great bonding experience, both at the family level and at the community level.
For more information on upcoming events held by Downtown Cleveland Alliance, visit their website at downtowncleveland.com. Well, Downtown Cleveland was the starting point for the biggest bike ride of the year, and all for a great cause. The Cleveland Clinic's Velosano bike ride saw thousands of people come to Mall B to take part in a variety of different rides.
So Velosano is an amazing event where people come together from different walks of life. You got clinicians, patients, people just supporting from all over the community to really come together for a single mission to help us really accomplish goals that we couldn't without it. So it's an amazing motivational event that we can all come together for cancer research. And I think every human being knows that's a problem we face.
In some way, shape, or form, cancer affects everyone. Many who rode today rode for someone battling cancer or in memory of someone who lost the battle. Bill Odie, vice chairman of Odie Products, the main sponsor of Velosano, spoke about why he is riding today.
Actually, one of our longtime employees just passed away yesterday of cancer, and so we're riding in his honor. His name was Bob Bender.
Every year, Velosano raises millions of dollars for cancer research. Last year's event raised over $4 million. Ohio Senator Rob Portman, who is also riding in the event, remembers the humble beginnings of the ride.
Velosano is awesome.
This started 5 years ago with just a few riders, and look at it today. They've already raised $3 million for cancer research at the Cleveland Clinic. It's going to keep going up. They're already breaking the records from last year, so it's good. They got, I think they're 4,000 riders this year, something like that. And I've done it every year. Tomorrow I'm riding in the 50-mile one. And one thing that I'm really impressed with is that all the money that I raise, that people give to this, goes straight to research.
Employees from the city of Cleveland came together to form Team Cleveland. They did the 25-mile bike ride, riding 12.5 miles to Beechwood High School and back. For more information on Velisano, or if you'd like to donate, visit velisano.org. That's all for your TV20 News. We are Cleveland. I'm Leah Haslage. Up next, we'll have Christian Patterson with the Inside Sports Report.